Yeah, I got the energy, something you know nothing about. When I break a mind, they be thinking I'm a lunatic, standing in the dark room, just enough for boom, they still coming cold with the blends like chop, flow running for a big wheel, spinning ghetto guys, but still with the pressure by the millions on my mind. Step into me wrong, then you know I'm on the hustle. When I break a mind, they be thinking I'm a lunatic, standing in the dark room, just enough for boom, they still coming cold with the blends like chop, flow running for a big wheel, spinning ghetto guys, but still with the pressure by the millions on my mind. Step into me wrong, then you know I'm on the hustle. Yeah, I got the energy, something you know nothing about. When I break
Going live. Going live. Going live. Nice. There we go.
What are we even podcasting about today?
I don't know.
Okay, that's fine.
He messed everything up. Pizzagate. Let's discuss.
Did you say Heat's a gate? Oh, Pizzagate?
Pizzagate. You know that whole thing with I don't know, was it like some Clintons or something?
Oh yeah. Pizzagate.
There we go. Now we're live. Minus
Oh, we
Eric for
weren't
some
live
reason. No, now
before?
we are.
Is he in now?
Well, he joined, but it's like then he turns
Oh,
on
there
his
he is.
camera.
I see a
Yeah.
picture. The internet is a series of tubes.
Yeah, I'll bet you he's I don't understand like what the heck happened though. Like he was working just fine. Series of tubes that doesn't work for him apparently.
That's if only we had some computer guys on the call.
I know, like it, you know,
Could
dude.
help him.
Do you even
I wonder if he can hear us.
Do you even podcast, bro?
Can you hear us?
Eric, Earth to Eric. Major Tom, are you receiving? I don't think he is.
Can he hear? Can he hear us? Do you know?
I don't think so. I don't think he can.
Oh. Why are you trying to have him run it as administrator? Why does that matter?
I don't know. I mean, I do that on mine just because. But that's mostly because like the streaming software tries to take ownership of like microphones and shit.
The other user of the laptop probably disabled all the sound. Like after she got it back, she's like, "What is all the sound?" So she just turned it all off.
But no. The funny thing was he logged in, he was fine. He turned on his camera. We were talking, and he's like, "Oh, it froze up on me," and then like he just dropped. I was like, "What?" You made it through the whole podcast last week without a problem, and then like right at the end he screwed up.
Oh yeah, I remember that. Oh, that's true. Maybe he just needs to restart the computer. That's what I would do.
Well, that's what he said. He said, "I'm gonna try that again." Well, if he rebooted, he's still in the damn channel.
It's cache.
He's cached.
It's cached.
Gonna log in and clear your cache. Did you check the TCP/IP settings?
It's always DNS. Yeah, at work they're freaking moving VMs around and hosts around between SANs and causing all kinds of chaos.
Nice.
No, not nice.
Why? Why is that a problem?
What I just described?
Yeah, we did it all the time. I never have an issue. vMotion just kicks off and moves the VM.
Now we have connectivity and timeout issues.
Why? Wait a minute. What the hell kind of setup are you using where you don't have... You can't vMotion like live?
There's probably a VNC cable not terminated somewhere.
Oh, you guys are running coax still,
huh? We're running Token Ring.
Token Ring. JRR Token Ring?
I think it's... I don't know. I'm not... Like, that's not my forte. I'm a programmer. I have no idea why. I just know that's what's happening.
Hey, I see you now.
Whoa.
Oh, hey. Oh, there we go.
How's that? Hey, all right.
How's that? Hey, yo, how's that?
I'm on the new phone.
Nice. So what happened? Was your phone still logged in or something?
No, I wasn't on my phone. I was on Patty Mouth's laptop.
Are you using the web version of Discord, or did you actually install it?
I think it's installed.
Because the web version sucks if you go to the web portal. I mean, it works, but like for voice and video, you never want to really use it.
So I'm gonna try. Since I'm only on my phone, so I get just this little bit right here. I'm gonna try logging on to Discord through the app on her laptop. So I will attempt to be back. I could be mobile. I could.
Yeah. He's our man on the street.
Why don't you just keep it on the phone?
That's where magic happens. So I call the LA forum.
Giddy.
I'm using my phone.
Giggity, giggity.
Well, I got a laptop.
Maybe you should ask for a new one for Christmas.
Yeah, it's like an Alienware laptop.
There you go.
Things are
Something you could game
expensive.
on. They are expensive.
Yes.
Yeah,
Hey,
I
there
think.
we go. Look at
See,
that.
see, Dan, I think your problems are leaching into Eric's world now.
What are my problems?
The VMware issues you're having.
Oh,
See, in a properly
that's
configured.
not those are corporate problems. Eric's problems are Eric problems.
See, you need to hire someone like me, because in our environment, like I could vMotion VMs from storage to compute all day long across.
I think he's gonna try to log me in. Hold on, I'm gonna boot off for a second from my phone. I'll be back.
All
Hopefully.
right. Yeah, I could vMotion VMs all day long and never lose a connection or anything.
Well,
in fact, I have the load balancing set up.
I mean, are you dealing with like SQL servers and links?
Yeah, there's a SQL server, and then there's there's like several SQL. There's an Oracle box, and then a couple file servers. I mean, they because we have the vMotion set up to do like automated movement. So if a host gets high CPU or memory above a certain percentage, it'll usually take the offending machine and move it to another host.
Man, I mean, it sounds nice what you're describing, but we don't have that. I don't know the details. I just know that we're like our VMware tools aren't up to date, I guess.
Oh man, our InfoSec team would slit your throats for saying that. See, I see him connected, but I don't. No, I always do. And see, something ain't right. This guy doesn't know how to work. Oh my God, there he is.
Why? I don't.
Do you still not? Do you still not see video, Dan?
Yeah, I don't see video.
Hey,
what the
I'm
hell?
back.
Eric is
it's
back.
fine that way.
Oh God, you changed that stupid background.
No, it defaulted to that.
I don't even know where to set that. How you set that?
Hold on. Yeah, it's under voice and video.
Ah,
but it's lagging.
Maybe that's your problem. You get that background and you're lagging the hell out of it. Oh, yeah, he locked up now. See? That is an awesome picture. Look at him. He's got his mouth open.
I don't see it.
Oh, there we are.
You should
you need to set up some automated vMotion.
You should watch the stream. We're live. We're live in the air on YouTube.
Don't tell me how to live. What? We're live?
We're live in the air on YouTube.
Like people can comment and stuff?
Yeah, there's a whole chat with
oh my God.
just like two people chatting, me and
it's not you and Eric.
Yeah, well, Eric don't chat. See, now Eric, we lost your audio again, dude. What?
Feel like,
dude? Do you even computer, bro?
Words. Feel like you put a link out here and I can't.
I see his lips moving, but I don't hear him.
Duck squeeze bang blow. What the fuck is that? I'm clicking that. Probably a virus.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of his mouth?
Now I see it. Who's? Oh my God, there's a delay.
Yeah, I think it's like 30 seconds. What the heck did he do that he screwed up so bad that when he removes his background, we lose the audio? Why is there, what is this going on? What is the colonist? What is the game?
What are you looking at?
What is Eric doing?
I can. Who's in charge of our podcast? Who's the manager? Can I speak to a manager?
Yeah, I don't know. The hell are you doing, Eric?
Anyway. Oh, we have this activity is not currently available on this OS. Oh, okay. I won't colonize anybody then.
Yeah.
Fine.
Yeah, we're going to colonize Argentina.
Wano.
Was it Argentina or Brazil or whatever?
Yeah, we were going to take it. Man, that's some crazy shit. These people, I'm reading this book, which I know that we hate on books and facts and stuff, but the people who are coming from Argentina, the desert they're crossing, like 9,000 people died in the last 3 years trying to get here.
What?
Like, why? What? You know, I'm back to my same reason. Like, what do they think is worth it? Like, what's the trade-off?
Apparently, the
Freedoms?
the American dream and the freedoms. My freedom.
Oh, okay. Well, I hope the message is getting back to them that it's not worth it.
I'm gonna guess with all the people that died, someone's not hearing about it.
Well, but people who get here can certainly write back, like, guys, don't bother.
Don't come, you'll die. Stop.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Bring lots of water. Stop.
There's actually an American group based in Mexico that's helping them cross by trying to save the people who are almost dying in the desert by bringing them food and water.
So there's like a humanitarian group that doesn't want illegals here, but they're going to help them cross the desert to get here.
I think this is I don't know about the humanitarian group that doesn't want them here, but there's a group out there that's trying to save their lives. That's all I know. What happens over the border stays over the border. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's right.
So what happened with that guy, the link you put, that guy who was showing the giant circus tent? Like, they're not gonna have the town there, right?
Yeah, so the city, I guess the EPA was doing an investigation because they said when they were digging, they discovered like a whole bunch of drug paraphernalia, so like needles and like apparently actual drugs. And then they also found everywhere. Yeah, but then they also found, I guess, because it used to be like a factory, that there was some kind of like lead or arsenic in the ground, and they're like, hey, the EPA is like, you can't put people here.
Well, so but we have that. And what does that say to the people who live around that area already?
Well, that makes you wonder, because like that guy made a comment during the thing that he said, like, you know, nobody wants you here, and the people that live there don't want them there, and like they got to live with that crap like in their backyard. So what do they do? Like, where is the EPA like 10 years ago when that facility sat empty?
That's what I'm saying. Like, what, like, all of a sudden we got to put people up and someone happens to go look and they're like, oh, they can't go here.
Yeah, I mean, like,
I wonder if they would have put up like some proper residences just to use, like, if someone bought the land.
But they'd have to clean it.
Something.
I mean, I think that's the whole point the EPA said, is like, you have to clean this and properly remediate whatever is going on in order to put people here.
Well, but what I'm saying is, if the migrant situation didn't happen, so the migrant situation, they said, hey, we got to get someone to go make sure it's safe. I'm saying if we had gone the non-migrant way, like a proper company bought the land to build on it, I wonder if that would have been one of the things they skipped. You know, skipped. I'm doing air quotes. Skipped.
Yeah. Well, I guess it makes you wonder, because like if the EPA looked like, see, and that's the thing is, like, people are like, oh, it was a big ploy. Like the EPA knew that land was, you know, bad all along, which is why apparently nobody had built there. So then why would the city claim that they didn't know?
And if the EPA knew ahead of time, why didn't they say something? Like, why put in all the work to put the tent there and all the press and all that stuff? Kind of weird.
Yeah, that is kind of weird. Maybe they wanted to like make it look like they were being you know, doing their part.
I don't know where those people are gonna go.
Well, that's the thing is I saw in his video when he posted that a lot of people were asking like, okay, where are these people going to go now? Because it's, you know, it's like December and it's going to get colder. Like, what do you, where they're bitching that there's nowhere to live. Yeah. And they're like, oh, it's so cold. We don't want to stay here. But
what's, what are we called? What is it? A Salvation City? What is it called?
Sanctuary City.
Sanctuary cities. Sanctuary cities near me. Google it.
Google it.
All
Mesopotamia. Right, that's funny. Yeah, Chicago. Like I don't know.
Oh, look at that.
Because they said they were gonna put up like heated tents and stuff, but
what do the colors mean? Oh, yellow. What is yellow? Why are they colored? Like there's. Oh, I want to see the legend. Oh, county, city, states. All right. So.
Oh, double
Chicago. Peoria is one.
I see that. Cedar Rapids over there.
Iowa City.
Iowa City, yeah.
Yeah, bus them there.
Oak Lawn is a county. That's the sanctuary county.
Like, look, there's Oklahoma. Why are they Texas sending them to Chicago? They're closer. And
I don't know.
Jackson, New Orleans. There's all these closer places where the climate is more, you know,
New Mexico. New Mexico is a sanctuary city.
New Mexico? Yeah.
Like you left your old Mexico. Welcome to New Mexico.
That's what I'm saying. Like, this is like criminal of Texas to say this is your problem now. I think it's criminal.
It is, but like, what I don't get. I think you brought it up last week or whatever. Like, so they've just got buses waiting for people, like to just show up and like get on the bus and be like, we're gonna ship you off. Like, what are they doing down there that like he's saying, oh, we're getting, 20,000 people a day crossing the border. And it's like, I've seen videos where they've just got the border wall, like a door open and families or whoever are just walking in. So it's not like they're quote unquote sneaking in illegally if you're opening the door and welcoming them in. And their argument's like, oh, we're opening the door so they don't die in the desert on the other side of the wall. Okay, fine, argument. Whatever, or whatever the case is, because some of them were trying to climb the wall and dying because they're falling, or they're getting crushed against the wall when these hundreds of thousands of people or whatever are pushing on the wall. I don't know, but like, where are they putting what do they just collect these people on a bus and be like, let's go for a trip, guys and girls, and now they're in Chicago.
And they don't ask any questions, like the people over there aren't thinking.
I don't
like. Where are we going? I heard about Epstein. Maybe we're going there.
There's this island in the middle of nowhere that's really, really nice weather.
Like, ask some questions. Or maybe they're so beat up from their journey. They're too exhausted.
Like,
I don't think.
Is it that bad, though, to where if that's true, you've got tens of thousands of people a day coming to Texas and California and whatever in between. Is it that bad where they're coming from that many people are just blindly following other people and coming here?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, I don't know how bad it could be where they're just doing it. Are these pictures
not making it to Argentina? Like, these pictures look like fucking Mad Max. Like, there's this giant wall with people lined up outside of it.
Oh, there's Eric, but we don't hear him.
Can you hear me?
Hey, yes. wait, now we do. What did you do?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear us?
No.
What?
Wait, you can't hear us?
No. Of course he can hear us.
Say something, Eric. Hello.
Hello.
Yeah. I don't think he knows how technology works.
No, I don't know how technology works.
There he is.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
All right. I don't know what the hell I did or what
Wow.
the hell was going on, but holy
What is that?
Nike.
Is that yeah, Mad Max?
Hmm?
Wow. Is that the border wall?
Where?
That's a picture of it.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
border wall.
A
Yeah.
part of it.
Yeah, see, so like when I look at like these videos that people are posting on like TikTok and YouTube, that like slatted wall to the right edge of that picture, like apparently there's one that's got like a big gate that they just open and there's like hordes of people coming through like a zombie apocalypse.
Yeah, I'm trying to. Well, I see a bridge. Share image. What is this gonna do?
So are these people on our side or their side of the wall at this point? I can't really tell from the picture.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Probably our side, looking at the border patrol agents.
That's probably like Mexico or whatever behind the wall.
Probably like Tijuana or something on the other side.
Yeah. You think they got
Wherever they're at, I don't know.
Is there a donkey show over there?
Interspecies erotica.
Oh, is that what they call it now? Maybe that's why they're leaving. Somebody finally went and saw that damn show and they're like, fuck this. I want out.
I'm out. Yeah, I want nothing to do with this.
I don't get that. Dan's right. Like what are these people? Like nobody's telling these people how bad they're gonna have it here.
Stop whining.
Yeah.
You know, I mean,
it's been a year. Like, haven't some migrants been here a year? Right?
Well, what? Yeah, we had that
long time.
We had that
some
whole,
have gone through a winter.
Yeah, we had that whole busload of them that came into. What the hell was that city? Was it like Elk Grove where they all got like head lice or whatever?
Yeah,
and the whole hotel.
The La Quinta Inn over in Elk Grove or Bensonville or whatever it was.
Yeah, the whole like hotel or whatever was like overrun by
immigrants.
Legionnaires. Yeah, Legionnaires. It might have been something like that. Yeah.
Oh, it was Legionnaires. You're right. Yep.
I mean, that shit'll like kill you. Like that's something I'd write my family about and be like, stay the fuck away. Like you know what? I'm coming back in another month. As soon as I get up enough nerve to cross that desert again, honey, I'll see you soon.
Yeah, right. It's -40 here. I'm coming back home.
Yeah, maybe there should be some like informational posters on the wall that they can look at. Like, hey, if you come through here, we're gonna bus you to Chicago.
We should fly over and drop pamphlets like they did during World War II before the bombing, and Okinawa or not Okinawa.
Can we stand there like they do in Vegas with the little thing and smack our hands and hand it to them with the porno cards? Be like, hey, you might You're wearing shorts and like a t-shirt.
Yeah,
I thought you were going to say, can we get like in Vegas, people dressed up like superheroes to stand on the street corner and try and get photos with them?
Oh, that'd be kind of fun.
You want photo with Deadpool?
But Eric, before you joined, we were looking. There's other sanctuary cities that are closer than Chicago to Texas.
Yeah,
like it doesn't make sense.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Mexico.
It's like yeah, New Mexico. There's a new one. It's right there.
Yeah, it's in the name, guys. Why come all the way up here?
Oh, maybe Nuevo Mexico.
Nuevo Mexico.
Yeah, but it's not the point. The point is to probably just kind of be like, okay, you're a sanctuary city. Here's people. Enjoy being a sanctuary city. But now you got people in like Chicago saying, no, we don't want this shit.
Well, but the other problem is you also want, like, these people don't want to be here because they're like, oh shit, it gets down to like 20 degrees. What are we gonna do? This tent is not gonna
be here, and it get yeah.
But why
I don't want to be here. I've lived here all my life.
Why did they choose Chicago?
Yeah,
who cares? That's where they chose to send them. They sent them to. They tried sending them to Florida. They tried sending them to New York. They tried sending them to. They just bust them to different sanctuary cities.
Well,
so you think they're busing them to New York? You think they're busing them to other cities too?
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at all what it was at Martha's Vineyard.
Well, they didn't get bused. They took a plane.
So the top 10 U.S. metropolitan cities with largest and smallest foreign-born populations. Is that what we're calling them now? They're no longer immigrants. They're foreign-born.
Italian island that got bombarded with
So well, this is US area. So Miami has gotten 38%. San Jose has gotten 36%. Los Angeles is 33. San Francisco's got
that's more than
29.
100%. Somebody needs to learn
Well,
how to do math.
I don't understand how they're like what they're considering this.
It's the new math.
Oh, they
So
are going
carrying
other
the one.
places.
Yeah.
So it's not just Chicago.
No, it's not just Chicago, but you're getting like Chicago and New York and like big areas like that are getting more press because, well, Chicago sucks. You know,
Yeah.
New York sucks. New York is overran already. I mean, Chicago's overran.
Well,
You got migrants sleeping in O'Hare. You know, you got homeless shelters. People are getting kicked out. Veterans and stuff like that are getting kicked out for migrants.
Yep.
First come, first serve, and that, no offense. You know.
Yeah, that's a little weird. I don't know. It's just odd.
And it's that not in my backyard. Oh, let's build a prison. Oh yeah, great. We need more prisons. Not in my backyard. You get that.
But like I'm all for helping people. I'm also all for helping people that want to be here. I'm getting the impression when you look at some of these things and now they're telling us that people are like, I hate it here because of the weather. I hate it here because of how we're treated.
I hate it here because of the weather too. So,
but like, what
do
you expect? You come here, you march, like Dan said, across hundreds of miles of desert. People lose their lives. Yeah, I mean, you're crawling across a desert. You get up to this wall. You get treated like a fucking animal. Like, no wonder you hate it here. Like, but at the same point,
they probably got it better than they did back home. I mean, look at people in Venezuela. They're eating out of garbage cans.
At the same point, I think that's probably you're right, because their quality of life here, living in a heated tent that's put up by the city, is better than them living in nothing and squalor and eating trash, in Venezuela. Or they do something and get arrested, and then they're getting 3 square meals a day, sitting in an air conditioned and heated room,
until they get deported. Yeah.
Like, sure, you got to have shower sex, but that may not be so bad for some of these people.
I'm not interested in talking about that. That's what happens in jail stays in jail.
Yeah, I don't get it. It doesn't make sense to me, but I think that we're just stagnant as a species. Like, we need to get past this thing. I don't know how to describe it.
I don't. Yeah, we're at like a point where it's like, I think the people that are oblivious to it, like, so okay, it's going on in the city and it's leaking out to some suburbs. Some areas, like, you talk to people and it's like they have no idea what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
They're just like oblivious to it. Like, oh, I heard we got some immigrants. They don't know how bad it could be, that they're doing theft and, freaking sex trafficking and all this crap now. And it doesn't impact them, so they don't care. Like, oh, it's not my problem. Well, it's gonna be your problem if that shit. It's gonna be your problem if that shit spills over into your neighborhood.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And I think, I think it kind of goes back to what we were talking about last week, where the news media, Dan's watching it and he's like, oh, they don't portray it as being so bad. But then it's like the other station portrays it as like, oh, they're criminals, they're sex offenders, they're rapists and killers. And it's like, well, okay, which is it? Like, probably a little bit of column A, column B.
Yeah, you got to be able to take the CNNs and the Fox Newses and look into it yourself. I said last week, California, is talking about how, they're all high and mighty and all this bullshit, but they don't. If you're stealing $1,000 and less, well, actually it's like $9.95 or something silly like that. But you're not getting arrested. It's just take it
so
and get
wait
the
a
fuck
minute,
out.
wait a minute, wait a
But
minute.
then
Let's clarify that, because you gotta put it in terms that they understand. You have to steal no more than 2 PS5s.
Yeah, or like 5 pairs of $200 Jordans. But,
yeah. If you buy 3 pairs, if you steal 3 pairs of Yeezys, you ain't going to prison. But you grab that 4th pair, you're going to be in federal pound me in the ass prison.
He said that wherever John, hold on, let me look to see where he's at on the screen here, because I didn't say that. But you know, they classified some crimes as
misdemeanors instead
misdemeanors,
of
or they just don't prosecute them.
Well,
you got people in like
welcome to no cash bail Chicago, where everyone goes free.
That's another one, you know. But some people portrayed that as, oh my God, the you're in the middle, not me, but anyway, you know, they portrayed it as everybody's going to be getting out on bond or no bond and stuff like that. But I don't know if it's technically, you know, had a chance to kind of rear its ugly head to show what you know, no cash bail bond system's going to be. But it's a piss poor idea. You know, I get arrested. I don't know. Pick something. I get arrested. I get out. You know, a violent crime. I get out. Cash bond. Do you really think I'm going to be hiding around? I'm a good law-abiding citizen, but
well, that's the thing. I think some of these people that,
you know,
they get let go because it's not a severe crime, and they just basically get a date that says, "Hey, show up here for prison, you know, for your court date, or we're going to come after you with like a bench warrant." They're not going to show up. They're gone at that point.
They're not going to find. Yeah, they're not going to find you.
They give you give them 3 months. The guys in the next state, 2 state, 3 states over. They're never going to find them.
I'm out of the country. I'm not even going to be in this country.
I get.
I'm going east or west.
That, like, with all these immigrants, there's probably a select few that legitimately want to come here, better themselves, become citizens, do all the crap it takes.
What do you think that percentage is? Like,
it's 30, it's very 50, I would say 80? it's under 10.
But
if you got
like,
if you got 100 people, I'm willing to bet one of them actually wants to be here.
But I mean, like, we're not set up to
no.
We're not set up to support. When I said we're stagnant as a species, I wasn't talking about migrants in general. I mean, like, why are people choosing to do going down paths that are negative? Like, how can we entice them to not do that? Like, what is so difficult?
Accountability.
Is it too easy for them? Is it too easy for them to make the wrong choice?
Yes.
I'm sure a lot of that.
You see all these people doing things, and you know, child pedophiles getting out of prison, or murderers getting out of prison, but you got some dude that, you know, smoked weed who's in jail for 5 years. What, really? You know, no, come on. Yeah. Our judicial system needs to step up, one, and do their fucking jobs. Pardon me, because it's just they're terrible. Every single one of them's terrible. A judge is supposed to be impartial and follow the law. They're not supposed.
That doesn't happen.
They're not supposed to follow their personal beliefs.
Yeah.
You know, they're supposed to follow it to what, you know, if there's case law, constitution, state laws, etc., etc. They're supposed to follow that. They're not supposed to go, oh, you know, I think you're a good boy. You know, your defense did a good job, but, you know, they sucked. But I'm still going to let you off, you know.
Yeah.
But like, what can we do starting at a younger age to help keep, you know what I mean? Like, some kids are growing up in a shitty area, and all they see are shitty options.
I think part of it is you got to hold parents accountable, because kids
but
don't
if
have
they're in a
accountability.
shitty area and they don't have options,
I get that. If they don't have parents and they don't have that, then yeah, there has to be something to get people out of that. But you have to.
People want to have to get out of that, though.
You do, but
it's just like smoking, alcoholism, drugs, anything like that. They have to want. But there's programs out there for everybody to try to get some sort of education or a skill or things like that. There's social programs out there for
right. But what Dan is saying is, I think, like, so you got people that grow up, live in these areas their whole life. That's all they know is theft, stealing, fighting, whatever. They don't know what it's like outside of that few block radius where they live in their hood or whatever.
They have to want to better themselves. Well, that person has to want to better themselves.
But if you don't know, if you don't know by a culture that's anti that, like there's a stigma with that. Oh, you hear Dan's going to the club, right? No.
Well, but that's the thing. Like, we don't want to go into those areas. We don't want to go into those areas. They don't want to come out because they know how we're going to get treated. But the thing is well, no, hold on a sec. If they live in that area and that's all they know, and they never leave that area, they don't know that they can better themselves. They don't know what's out there to better themselves.
There's programs in every school, in every community.
But let's be honest. You and I both know that the schools that are inner city or in these areas get less tax dollars to fund those programs, and that's a fact. I mean,
I'm in one of the poorest school districts in Wisconsin, and we have programs.
Right,
we have programs that the high school has programs. They all have programs, but these kids
you also have to have people
to do that.
You also have to have people who want to help them. There's a lot of people that don't like. Look at all the schools in Chicago where they're like inner city or bad areas where they're like, oh, we can't get teachers. Well, you're paying them $20,000 a year to fucking teach at a school where they could get shivved or shot, or you're not paying them enough to care what the hell's going on in their classroom. And it's like,
well, CPS can go fuck themselves anyway in the first place. The teachers union can jump off a bucket. They can jump off maybe pier.
I love how they strike every year and they get more money, but these teachers are still bitching.
Cook County taxpayers.
Yeah.
Cook County taxpayers have to pay for that shit. For what? To have shit scores?
Yep.
No. You give me a school that's going to have it's going to be a top tier school like in Chicagoland area, like a Stevenson or New Trier or
you got to get those academies, the private academies.
You want more money. You want teacher. As a teacher, you want more money. Then here, give me test scores. Give me results. Because if you're just going to give me shit results, why am I going to pay you $100,000 to sit there and play with your ass when your test scores are going to be in the bottom 10%? Yeah. Most of these kids can't read past the 6th grade level.
Yeah, but again, their neighborhood, their culture, their environment is not one that is pushing for education and bettering themselves. They're pushing for, being in a gang or getting into trouble.
I was a shit student. I was absolutely shit. There was absolutely nothing anybody could do to get me to give a flying fuck about being a student. I looked at my grades, and I think I was in my 2009, so I was mid-30s when I finally got my ass together. Because I wanted to do it.
Right.
But you have an easier path. Like, how many gunshots did you hear around your high school?
We made the front page of the Daily Herald 5 times for gang violence, and I have all 5 front page for some stupid fucking reason.
What was it like? Just a fight, or was it like
gang violence, guns? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, but this is daily, like for some people, right?
That's true.
Like you're surrounded by crime 24/7.
Yeah.
And your protection is a gang.
You have to want to get out. You have to want to better yourself. There's zero you can do. You can tell, Dan, I can tell you, here's all these, free courses and free education that we can give you so that you can better yourself and, do something better aside from whatever, being a fucking janitor like I was for a little bit to better yourself.
Yeah.
And
I think that's
I
easier
had to
said
want to
than
do it.
done.
Why? They have it. They're there. Am I not? Can you not
I
hear
don't
me
think they
again? Damn it?
know.
They ram it down your throat in every school.
Yeah, but they don't go to school.
Well, that's the other problem. I think a lot of them don't because, again,
I'm
like
gonna call bullshit on that one.
well, you got teachers that either don't care
Sorry,
or they're
sorry.
not. Oh, you're knocking over your phone. Or
No,
yeah, they're not.
no,
There's a
that's
lot
it.
of kids that just choose not to go to school because what's the
Then they're gonna learn the hard way.
well, how? What's the ramification for that? No one's gonna hunt them down and find him and drag him to school. There's no truant officer that's gonna find him.
Used to be, but not anymore.
Used to be
do?
in like the
They're gonna-
60s.
They're not
Yeah,
they're not gonna get anywhere. They're not gonna have money.
Well, because they already feel like they're not anywhere anyway. So that's their mentality is, well, why would I
And
try?
They have to want to be able to better themselves. You walk around this little tiny shit town that I live in, this poor Wisconsin town. There's shit all over the place for different programs.
Yeah.
You get mailers, you get all sorts of things everywhere.
I'm going out on a limb here.
No,
Would
go
you
ahead.
say the majority of your town is white?
Probably right.
Maybe 60-40.
Mm.
We're definitely getting a little more Hispanic.
I just feel like pigment, trends towards more favorable outcomes.
Well,
So
I'm sure it does.
You're gonna tell me a trailer park is any better than Compton, like a hood? Same shit. It's just one's white, one's black.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna have the same. I can show you videos online where the ghettos are the same all over the world, no matter whether you this pigmentation or you look like Chris. Ghetto's the ghetto. It doesn't matter.
But
Chris.
so I know it took me a second. So let's say let's say
you rich Hersey bastards.
Oh yeah,
we organize. Yeah.
I grew up in the mean streets of Arlington Heights, man. Yeah, Northwest Burbs represent.
I grew up in Boxwood and Piper Lane.
That's right, Boxwood.
No
cans, please.
I grew up a mile away from Piper Lane. I used to hang out there all the time. I had friends that lived there.
That's hilarious.
We probably crossed paths.
Yeah.
Hell, we used to drink there when I was younger, but that's a whole nother. I was a little older. I was more like 16, 17, 18.
Eric was like 14 drinking in Boxwood.
17, 18, sorry. No, not a big Boxwood guy, but Piper Lane most definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
They used to call it Sniper Lane.
Oh God.
The good old days.
Yeah.
So let's say we motivate everyone,
dumb.
Right? When they're younger, we show them a light that's worth striving for, like a future. How do we keep that going? Because I feel like once you get into a job, life gets exponentially more difficult with like healthcare and taxes and trying to buy things. Like John, you trying to buy a car.
Right.
And you know what I mean? It's very difficult. So I think the future, the good future, is more difficult than the easy future. And most people take the easy future.
Life is what you make it. You can either wake up in the morning and have the day kick you in the ass, or you can kick the day in the ass and say, I'm gonna own this motherfucker. Well, it's a glass is half empty, glass is half full. You're either a pessimist or an optimist. And it's accountability. You have to decide whether you're gonna wake up and go, I'm gonna kick this day's ass, or this day is going to kick my ass. And there's days where this day is going to kick your ass. But as long as you go, okay, I'm going to kick this day's ass, you're winning. You make it better. Not this program, that program, this A&W root beer, Joe Biden being in office, Donald Trump being in office, Orange Man bad, whatever. Make the day yours. Own it. Period.
But they're going to argue that they don't own anything because you got to pay a
What if you don't have
for
sufficient? Yeah, what if you don't have sufficient funds?
Damn it! Hold on.
What if you ran out of food stamps?
Own it, damn it! Sorry, I should have had that up. No, our social workers, our social worker said something one day, and I'm always fantastic at work. Always saying fantastic, whether or not I'm in a shit mood or I want to tear someone's head off because they're a fucking idiot or not. Always fantastic. And I told him one day, and it was in front of students, and I said it a little more politely because I was in front of students. I said, when I wake up in the morning, I can either let the day kick me in the dick or I can kick the day in the dick. And I would rather kick the day in the dick. I would rather be the one going, I'm going to make my day better. Doesn't matter what you do. Doesn't matter what this person does. Doesn't matter. I'm going to do this. Be thankful for what you have.
But
I'm thankful for everything in this house that I work for.
I think there's people that are not thankful for what they have because they feel like they don't have anything, or they literally don't have anything.
Because they're trying to keep up with the fucking Kardashians.
No, I'm talking about like, these kids that got nothing, that are growing up in freaking foster care.
Oh,
there's kids who don't know about the Kardashians.
Yeah,
I remember I remember a birthday.
Those are the smart ones.
Yeah,
my parents weren't able to buy me anything for my birthday. I remember that. I don't remember what year. I was probably like 7, 8. I was probably a little shit. That's how much money we had. I didn't get a birthday present. So, I mean, were we poor? I wouldn't say. Well, they didn't have money at the time. I found that out later. So I guess, were we poor? Yeah, I guess maybe a little, but.
To an extent, yeah.
To an extent.
But if we don't, so you're saying wake up. What is your saying?
Wake up and kick the day in the dick. Otherwise, why? Are you going to be happy?
Put the blinders on.
Be happy? No.
So 1776. If they put the blinders on, we're still British Empire.
No, not at all.
That's right. Yes, we are.
No, not at all. They were protecting what they had because some asshole wanted to come kick them in the dick.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm trying to protect what we have.
Yeah, so accountability. I'm accountable for what I do.
But we have to make it possible.
Everything's possible.
Mm.
You have to want it. Making excuses for somebody not doing something.
I'd like to see you. I'd like to see you go into the. I'd like to see you go into the city though and tell some of these kids that and see how well they take it.
Okay, all right.
I mean, I'm
saying it on
if
for the world to see.
If they go in there and they help these kids and offer them and say, "Hey, come here. I want to show you what it can be like, or if you better yourself," you'll probably affect a small group of those people. Because the rest are still going to be like, get on my face, Whitey, or we don't care, or whatever. Because that's just what they believe. But and
they're going to let their pride get in the way of it. They're not.
I don't think it's so much pride. It's probably just they don't want anything else, and that's the other problem. I think a lot of these kids, they just don't care what else is out there for them.
Well, right. So how do we? That's what I'm saying. Like, what about the straight and narrow, right? Is
the kids have
not attractive? Like, why don't they want to do it?
I think they're just lazy.
I don't know about that. They have to want it. Maybe they might not. They might make more money slinging rock versus going to start a job at Harper College making $13 an hour, let's say.
See, I think money is the problem. I think that's the problem.
So everybody just go out and go. Well,
and instead of working together, we're working separately.
Yeah.
To just be able to retire at the age of 90.
You're going to be able to retire at 90? Oh, wait, I get a state pension. Never mind. No, I'm just kidding. I don't get a state pension. Actually, I don't. One of the other guys at one of the local schools was talking about the state pension, and I was like, sorry, bro, I don't got that. He's like, what? I'm like, yeah. Well, that kind of sucks, but whatever. Whatever.
I'm just saying, how do we start off and have a fulfilling life where you're not focused on living month to month just to retire at 90.
Be
Like, is
thankful
that
for
it? Is that the
everything you have.
American? Is that the American dream?
I don't know. I don't think.
Is that the best we could do?
The best we can do is be happy for what you have. If you want to go buy the neatest, coolest iPhone, work hard for it. Don't just have somebody hand it to you.
Well, no, you can, because if you just go steal it and walk out the door, no one's going to stop you anyway.
Okay, can we talk about
Right.
that? Why do why do you steal cell phones? They can track you.
They can shut them down too.
They can shut them down. Why
Well,
do you
can't they take out this? Do they have SIM cards anymore?
Not a lot of them do, no. But Apple phones,
I think some do.
Like the ones that are on display, like Apple stores or in like a Target or something. Like, this is what I understand. So you're a bunch of thugs and you go into a Target or Best Buy. You steal display phones, you steal the phones off the shelf, whatever it is. There's this thing called fucking inventory. The store knows what they have. They let you leave with it. They go to Apple and go, hey, this shit got stolen. Shut it down. Now it's worthless to these thugs that took it. And it's going to end up on the fucking street in a pile of garbage. But like, they don't realize that, like Eric said, you could also track that shit. Like there was an article I read, kids took fucking AirTags. Hello, their fucking purpose is to track them.
Reminds me.
They went and found these kids sitting in a fucking park playing with their AirTags and shit they stole, and they got arrested. Like, you dumb shits.
How do you play with an AirTag?
I don't know. I don't fucking know. It's idiots.
I was like, wait, did something just happen? I wanted to get an AirTag for my TV remote, because every day
you lose it.
She gets the remote. Where's the remote? I don't know. Well, then why don't you get off your butt and find it, 7-year-old? You're the one that had it.
Yeah. Hold on 1 second. I'll be right back.
What? We're live.
Yeah. What is he doing? I see now that I'm finally on my laptop, and I was unable to find, not unable to find. I going back and forth between my phone and trying to get the laptop.
Why are you using the laptop?
Because my Chromebook doesn't, it freezes all the time. So I was using my iPad for a while, and then forgot the iPad at work. And then Patty Melt let me use her laptop, and the laptop has the soundboard. So I figured, it'd be nice to have the soundboard.
Oh, the soundboard. Now it makes sense.
It's about
family.
It's about family.
I got something now that I have my yes. I'm very thankful for my family. Speaking of being thankful, I heard, but I don't wanna. No. Did you hear thieves broke into Keanu Reeves' house in L.A.?
Did they kill his dog?
No. Luckily, there were no animals.
He'd fucking kill him with a pencil.
I was reading this article. I was on AP on Yahoo. It had to have been written by like a fangirl or a stalker or the person that broke into Keanu's house, because they kept talking about the actor from Point Break, the actor from Constantine, the actor from Bill and Ted's. Every time they mentioned Keanu, they brought up a different movie. It's like, we kind of know who Keanu Reeves is. You don't really need to. This is IMDb in your article.
I think it's fluff. A lot of articles I read, there's a ton of fluff. It just takes forever to get to the point.
Yes, and they're shit. They're terrible. Yeah. Editors are doing a terrible job lately. But the question I had was, did these people, the people that broke into his house, did they not watch John Wick? Did they not watch any of his tactical training videos? One, Keanu Reeves is a martial artist. He knows how to fight hand to hand. I don't know.
He's done all the gun training with what's his face too.
Yeah. Do you think they knew it was Keanu Reeves' house?
Yeah, you have to. Yeah. These people lucky he wasn't home, because Corn Pop, he's a bad dude, yo.
Corn Pop? Who the fuck's Corn Pop?
I don't know. Joe Biden said it. Corn Pop was a bad dude. And
well, he also said that a 9mm could blow your lungs out your back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tell me that's not a bitch. We're going to use the metric system. Oh no, we're not going to here in the U.S. But then we use it for caliber.
Yeah.
9mm, 10mm.
Well, I mean, it could be worse. You could be like a Glock 20 that uses 45 caliber.
Oh, a 40 cal?
Yeah, yeah.
That's funny. My Glock 40. Yeah, I gotta send you guys.
And
that.
then your Glock 10 that uses 9mm or whatever the fuck it is. I don't know. It's like, but none of them. Oh, but also doesn't Glock sell horse semen? That's a thing they do too.
When did they start selling that? Because
they actually have a horse. What the hell's the word? Insemination, or where they
Glock.
Yeah,
like pew pew Glock.
Yes.
I need to rethink my firearm collection.
Make off with the subject says make off with firearm, but then the story doesn't say anything.
Oh, the one for Keanu. Yeah, supposedly they stole a firearm. What did they get? Did they jack like a pit viper? Because that's an expensive Glock 34, I think it is. That's what it was. The pit viper.
Maybe they stole it to dust it for prints in an ongoing criminal investigation.
Yeah, the John Wick guns are collector pieces. If I ever got one of those, I would put that in a like a baseball card thing. I'd put that on a wall and rub it down with a diaper.
That's a little gross. There you go. Look at that link, Eric.
Rub it down with a
diaper.
Speaking of John Wick,
it gets me hot and bothered.
This site can't be connected to.
What?
Oh, come on.
Do you know any?
No. They can't do that.
I can't get to this site.
You don't want to. There's a horse. No, that's cow. I think down the street.
The Glock Horse Performance Center, dude.
I need to rethink. Speaking of John Wick, you know how we were talking about these different characters versus other people?
Yeah.
John Wick versus Frank Castle. John Wick versus the Punisher.
Are we talking the movie Punisher or the John Barenthal Punisher? And which movie Punisher? Because weren't there like two different actors?
Yeah. What's the not Dolph Lundgren Punisher. There was one in between, and then Thomas Jane. Thomas Jane was in A Knight's Tale. He wasn't the king. He was like the prince or something like that.
Was he the one when he goes?
Oh yeah, the Black Prince. Yep, I remember that.
Yep. Was he the one when he goes? They went to it was like the laundromat or whatever. He's living in his truck and he buys the alcohol.
Oh, and he beats the hell out of those dudes with the Jack Daniels.
Was that Thomas Jane?
That's Thomas Jane. I like
that one. I liked that one. I liked. Yes.
But John Wick or the Punisher? I don't care. Pick a Punisher. I'm not even gonna.
I would say the John Barenthal Punisher, and he would probably, because he was he didn't give two fucks.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Yeah, Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
No cap, for real.
For real.
On fleek. Wait, am I doing this right?
I don't know.
So somebody said something the other day that actually kind of got me thinking about this. So warp 1 is the speed of light, right?
Is it?
Warp 2 is faster than the speed of light. It's twice the speed of light.
Well, hold on. Do they use warp officially in anything that's not Star Trek? Is that a scientific term?
Yeah, light speed. Yeah, I mean we technically.
Well, light speed is, but not. But I mean warp.
They use it as it's a generic term. It's like rollerblade or Oakley. It's more of a generic term.
Okay.
But you understood what I was talking about when I said warp. So.
Well, yeah, but I watched a ton of Star Trek. I'm just saying. I mean,
I still watch a ton of Star Trek.
Like Star Trek is it popular now with like the current generations or no?
I think Lower Decks might be.
So
the cartoon.
I think they call
I'll watch that in 10 years.
Don't they call it FTL and like other series and stuff, faster than light travel?
They could.
Yeah, because I know there was that.
Isn't that what they call it in Galaxy? The one with Seth MacFarlane.
Yes, that one, and then there was another one I used to watch that they called it FTL.
But if you say warp, most people will understand.
Yeah,
that you're talking about the speed of light or faster than the speed of light.
Yep.
So they're getting rid of the word warp?
No. Can you still see if you're at like warp or warp 2 or warp 9?
So
because you're moving faster than light. So how are you able to see?
Well, okay, so your argument's kind of moot because in the Star Trek universe, when they do it, you always see the streaks of light from the stars.
Like that.
Yeah, but how are you? I mean, I understand.
You know, look at Star Wars when they're in the Millennium Falcon and all they see is stuff zipping by them.
Yeah, but how do you see? Because you're traveling faster than light, and if there's no light, you're in darkness.
Yeah, how did they record that?
Yeah, that was one hell of a dash cam.
It's also me being a smartass, and I wasn't really trying to get into like a technical discussion. I was just trying.
No, we're going technical. We are totally going fucking technical with that.
Okay, well then they have inertial dampers and deflectors and things like that to help. So,
but that doesn't help with fucking space travel. The inertial dampers slow them down so they don't jack into the fucking walls when they come out of warp.
Fine, they shove a butt plug up everybody's ass.
Okay.
Did you know there's no showers or bathrooms that they ever show on Star Trek, excuse me. They don't ever show a bathroom. They're out there for 5 years.
They eliminated human waste.
Right. Didn't they figure out a way to like replicate it away or something?
They beam it out of your rectum. Scotty, beam my never mind.
To beam up, Scotty.
They wouldn't ask. It's automated. It's like V motion for poop.
Right. It just happens
when press the button and
it happens.
There's like a little sensor when it starts the turtle head popping out. It kicks off the teleporter.
Do they use the 3 seashells?
Yes. He doesn't know how the seashells work.
He doesn't know how the seashells work.
God.
Ooh, excuse me.
So have you, John? I don't know how much sports you follow, but have you noticed a trend, Eric, with when we were in high school? When we were in high school, a lot of players on teams were with those teams since they were drafted. Have you noticed how players are moving every year?
Mm-hmm.
I liken that to the job market in the enterprise world, where if you want to better yourself and make more money, you got to go somewhere else.
Somebody makes a better contract. Yeah.
No, but that's what I'm saying. So what does that mean for like merchandise? Like, why buy a jersey if that guy's not going to be there?
Wasn't that a thing that they were doing with when that guy left? Was it the Lakers? They were burning all his jerseys.
Oh, LeBron?
Was that it? Was that LeBron?
Yeah, he left Cleveland. I think that's what started it. He had his own hour-long show about about what team he was going to.
Yeah. And then they fucking
you should burn his shit anyways.
All these guys that spend $100 from Fanatics or wherever to buy his jersey turn around and burned them. Like, really?
Yeah, see, that always cracked me up.
Worth money.
People would buy something like that and then burn it just because I don't know, they went to from the Cubs to the Cardinals or the Bears to the Packers or whatever. Dude, you paid how much money for that official NFL jersey, and you're just gonna take it and throw it over to Kohl's? Go donate that shit, man. Grow up,
Yep.
But go ahead, be pissed off all you want. I don't really care, but
I feel like that
you spent that money. At least let somebody else possibly have it.
It deters from like a fan base. I feel like you have no team to rally around.
But yeah, I've noticed that.
You know what I mean?
I think you're right because they don't care about the people that got them there.
Like there's nothing to rally around, and I see it's in college now too. They have that transfer portal.
Rodgers, Deshaun Watson,
like
it's. No, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna say there's like college kids have been on like 3 or 4 different colleges over their athletic career, and I'm like, what's the point? Like they're not there for college because you need that. Like you're gonna take some classes and then you're changing professors and possibly whole
Well, it's because their
cadences.
career, yeah, it's their career.
But if
Yeah,
if you're in college, like you're basically there for 4 years and then you're done. It's not like you're making a career out of college basketball or football or whatever. You're likely
they're not supposed to. Yeah, they're not supposed to be taking money in the college.
No, well, didn't they? Didn't they just? But didn't they just pass something where they said that these kids can now take sponsorship deals because the school is making money obviously off these kids because you're paying to go to the college games, you're paying for all the gear, and you're but they're basically licensing their likeness to the school, and I think that the kids can get like some kind of sponsorship or compensation. They just passed that, I thought, this year.
Admittedly, I'm not a college sports guy, so I don't.
Yeah,
that's been in place for a few years now. There are college athletes in commercials and they're getting paid.
Yeah,
which I agree with. They should get paid.
Look at that.
If there's like a McDonald's commerson or something, yeah.
Look at that. I don't know if you've ever seen it, but I fucking see it all the time. That chick that does those stupid like sweatpants commercials. She's like some college gymnast or whatever, and like there was a big thing about it because now that she's on these commercials for whatever the hell clothing line it is, and like she's attractive, like people are going to the gymnast meets just to see her, and it's now disrupting.
I heard that.
Yeah, it's disrupting the meet because she'll get like hundreds of like college guys show up to like try and see her.
I'm sure it's disrupting the meet.
Hey-o. Yeah, I mean, like that. Yeah, it is. I mean, because like if you're that person now, like, are you embracing that, or are you just totally like disgusted by it and want to give up everything you're doing so you don't have to deal with it? And like that's a problem.
I'm sure at some point you're just like, F this. This is nuts. I've made my millions of dollars. I'm out.
Well, I don't think so. I think our society is structured that she's going to embrace. She should. The way our society is structured, you embrace it and you just keep the money rolling.
Well,
then you complain about it later. You complain about it after you're retired.
She's on all these Instagram and Twitter and stuff, and got all these sponsorship deals now. And but she comes out and she's like, "Oh, don't show up to my gymnast meet, because we don't want you disrupting it." And it's like, well, then why are you saying that if you know that's going to happen anyway? Like, you can't stop these people. It's
because people want to be able. Well, what the hell happened here?
I don't know.
People want their cake. People want their cake, and they want to eat it too. Whoa! What the hell just happened?
I was just remarking on this strange phenomenon. Like we'd watch some volleyball games last year, and then I see these players are on different teams this year, and then the Illinois team, the coach said he wanted to make the team older, so he recruits older players from other schools to get in the transfer portal to get on the Illinois basketball team. Yeah, so now, right, like you're committing to a school where you might not be there. It's just like the pros.
Right, exactly.
Speaking of that, what about this Caleb Williams guy? He wants, when he comes out of the draft, he wants part ownership in whatever team drafts him.
Oh, that's the quarterback from whatever the hell it is.
Was it USC or whatever?
Yeah. There's the guy at work who thinks we need to draft him, and I'm like, I don't know.
Wait.
Yeah, no.
He wants part ownership of the team he joins?
Yes, whatever team he signs with, he said he wants to have part ownership.
Oh,
you know what? I got an idea. Why don't you go, beat Tom Brady's Super Bowl record and then come back and talk to us?
What? So what would happen? And this may be more for Dan because he's in the technology like vertical, similar to like I am. But
yeah, if we went on job interviews and we started demanding contracts, like, hey, I'll work for you for 10 years if you pay me $100 million at 10 million a year, and I have to produce so much for you. Just like start treating your fucking work just like a sports agent,
That's what a union is.
No, but I'm like, fuck the union. Just do it on your own. Be like, look, I'm this good. You want me?
Well, that's
Here you
incorporating
go.
on your own, and you're
Right.
basically a freelance, right?
Right, but like, what if all these people started outlandish, like crazy high salaries? Basically, like, why should a football player make $100 million across 5 years? Why can't I make $100 million in 5 years doing,
selling tickets? Because we're stupid enough to buy tickets to go.
But no. See, now this is the argument. You make that company money, and you meet your quotas or whatever you agree to. You should be able to do that. So I think just like, a football game or a football team, if I'm the star quarterback and you're bringing in millions of dollars because people want to come see me play, then, hey, you know what? I'm a sysadmin, and I'm saving the company millions of dollars by securing your environment from, information security threats. Well, where's my cut of that? I mean, a lot of public.
Let's call Scott Boras. Scott Boras, if your people are watching, give us a call. We need to talk. I think we have a new business venture for you. And, I'd like to be part of that.
That would be awesome.
That would be awesome.
Okay.
Yeah. So you're thinking a corporate transfer portal, John?
Right. Yeah. Corporate transfer portal. Yeah. And then, we could have other companies headhunt, people, and, just like, it'll be just like the fucking, sports world. Why not? I want my cut of the pie.
I don't think anybody wants to, and no one wants to watch us work.
No one said they have to watch us work, but,
Hey, you know what? Good luck.
There's somebody out there for everyone.
They say good employees are hard to find. I agree. First thing I do when I get in is I hide.
Right. 30% of my day is spent on the toilet.
Boss makes $1, I make a dime. That's why I poop on company time.
Yep. And then when they come up with the teleporter where they could just take it right out of my lower intestine, I'm screwed because I'm gonna have to sit at my desk all day.
I don't even want to think about that. You got Scotty working the poop transporter.
Just take it, Captain.
Does it go now? Would it go from intestine right into like a waste bin, or would it have to go onto like the transporter pad and just kind of plop?
No, they'll shoot it out into space like they did with Spock's body when he died.
So that's what the Genesis project was. It was fertilization.
Right. That's how we're terraforming all these planets. We're throwing human feces at them from across the universe.
like chimpanzees do on Earth.
Right, exactly. We're going to sit in orbit. We're going to be in like a geosynchronous orbit and just fling everyone's shit down to the surface. We figured it out. That's it. Elon Musk, hit me up for that. I want royalties.
Well, Corn Pop was a bad dude. Did you hear that somebody tried to burn down Martin Luther King Jr.'s birth home the other night?
I saw that. They caught the lady that did that, right?
Yeah, they were trying to charge the person with a hate crime until they realized the person that tried to do it was black.
Well, I mean, technically, it still could be a hate crime.
Hate crime doesn't discriminate.
Yeah, like clearly she hated him enough to set fire to his house.
It's a MLK Jr.
Maybe she didn't know it was his house.
I don't know, but yeah, I saw that and I was just kind of like, what in the hooch grease is going on here?
I read something yesterday that most of the world is migrating. Did I put this in chat? Most people in the high climate regions where the heat waves are starting to peak up because of climate change are migrating away from the hot areas.
What?
In America, we're migrating to the hot areas.
Well,
yeah, because no offense, I don't want to live in this fucking climate anymore. But I mean, we're fucking stupid.
That are going to burn people alive. Yeah.
So wait a minute. I
got barbecue sauce.
Is that why all these people are coming up from Venezuela up here?
No, they're coming up here because Venezuela's government is corrupt and they're trying to have a better life.
But maybe the heat's gotten to all those people down there, and that's why they're corrupt.
That could very well be, but no, it's.
I just thought that was interesting how most people around the world migrate away from the heat waves and we migrate to them.
Yeah, because
we
they're
walk.
fucking stupid, and then they come here, and then they go to fuck back because they're like, this -40 shit's stupid.
Well, fuck, look at Vegas. We built a fucking city in the middle of a 140-degree desert. Tell me
it's a
that
dry
is
heat.
not. Tell me that is not a fucking monument to man's hubris right there.
When next time it snows, I'm gonna say, oh, it's a wet snow.
It's a wet
Where
snow.
is
It's a dry heat. I don't care if it's a dry heat.
It's a wet
what
snow.
is that?
We were in Florida. We were in Pensacola over the summertime.
Wet snow
it was
wasn't
100 plus.
Wet Snow was the guy that sang Informer, right?
No.
Well, yeah, I was singing that the other day in the ER.
Oh
Well,
god.
a 7-year-old.
Now, were you singing it to the 7-year-old, or were you just like sitting in the corner singing it to yourself?
They said something, and I started kind of, kind of under my breath saying it. And Patty Melt like, "You're aging yourself." I'm like,
Did you do the part that nobody knows the words to, but you just make it up?
I like you, boom, boom,
yeah, right. That's what everybody does when they sing that song, because nobody knows what he says.
Yeah, exactly. And then we started jamming out to how did it start? Boys to Men. And then we had Voldemort.
End of the Road.
Boys to Men. yes, it was End of the Road. And then we got home and I played End of the Road in Spanish because I think it sounds 100 times better in Spanish. And then it went to Freak Me Baby. And then what is it? Some more, East Coast family, ABC, Boys to Men, BBD,
Yeah.
So.
Backstreet Boys?
Little Back End Boys? No. Although we did watch Trolls, New World Order, or whatever the hell it's called.
Trolls New World Order. Why does that sound
so
ominous?
What are we talking about right now?
What
hold on, let me see.
Is that like some shit from like
Band Together? Is that it? That's the new one, Band Together.
Is that like the shit from like Lord of the Rings, the New World Order of Trolls?
It's called Band Together. I don't
shall not pass.
It was cute. It's about a boy band, and then throughout the movie they always talk about there's 98 degrees of separation and stuff like that. They just kind of throw little zingers with the different boy bands. And I mean, they go all the way back. One dude's walking around with a bowl and he goes, "Anybody want some menudo?" And I was like, shit, okay.
What, like a bowl, like smoking a bowl?
Yeah, something like that.
Menudo. Fucking menudo. What? Wait, what? Why did you just bring that up?
Well, because I said, shit, why did we bring that up? I don't remember.
I don't know. You said you were at a hospital and you started singing.
I don't remember what the hell.
Menudo.
I'm gonna go back and see what the hell I said, and then I'll let you know.
What was it? Mia Moore? Was that their one that was like the one-hit wonder?
Oh,
Can you rewind the clip? Oh.
Rewind.
I could have probably, if I was watching the video, I could have probably brought that up.
How did we get here?
Was that Color Me Bad?
What the fuck? Why don't we just throw on some Roxette Joyride while we're at it?
I'm gonna have to look this up. Hold on. Color Me Bad.
God, what?
Who was responsible for
I Adore Mia Moore. Yeah. I Want to Sex You Up, All for Love.
But Mia Moore wasn't Mia Moore Menudo?
This song? Let's see if you can hear it.
No, we're gonna get copyright strike. Don't play that.
Yeah, don't do that.
We're live. We're live in the air on YouTube. We're gonna get canceled live in front of.
Yeah, the people who are gonna sue us, they don't wake up and just choose happiness.
Yeah.
They choose lawsuits.
We're gonna get canceled in front of tens of viewers.
We don't even have tens. We have ones.
Ones of viewers. Look at Eric froze. He froze up. Look at that. Look at that face.
What was he doing? I can't see it.
Oh, now he's moving again. There he is.
Is he doing dance moves like from the 80s?
Are you still there? Are you? Can you hear me?
No, I'm not here.
Okay.
Can you hear me? I'm dancing.
Good Lord. What the hell? This shit's gone off the rails again.
What the hell happened? Are we drinking? What, I blacked out. What?
Who gave us a fucking platform?
Bruh.
Do you even podcast, bruh?
Yeah,
I'm watching the Bulls game.
Oh no.
The Spurs center is like 7'4"
I
What?
think that's it.
from France.
He's from France. He's a
Corn Pop was a
conehead.
bad dude. I could delete.
He's-
I could delete the Corn Pop was a bad dude.
What do you mean delete? Oh, you're going through your notes.
I'm going through my notes. Yeah.
He's the organized one out of
Right.
the three of us.
I don't have my
He-
notes
he-
anymore.
He brought notes.
Brought fucking notes.
Oh, I have. Oh, yeah. I got notes all the time in here. I type
haven't
notes
brought
throughout
notes.
the week, and you can tell if I have a busy week or not. I have a shit ton of notes, or I have like.
I
nothing.
usually do that into Evernote, but dude, I've been so fucking busy these last few weeks. It's like, fuck it, man. I'm winging it. I'm here. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
Travel.
Let's see. I heard the Bears were thinking about not going to Arlington Heights now.
Well, shit, they're on and off more than the freaking
'Cause of those-
Kardashians and their boyfriends.
Because of the freaking taxes, I'm hearing.
So, I think this was their plan all along. They bought it. They're going to develop it as retail. Maybe put like a concert venue there or something. Put some hotels.
I think
And they're going to make a ton of money off of rent. They're basically landowners, and they're going to use that money to afford a decent team now.
To be able to pay Caleb. From
Yeah,
USC.
Caleb Haney. Oh,
to be able to.
No, not Haney.
he's
Bilbo
coming back.
Baggins.
Caleb Haney's our
Bilbo
franchise
Baggins.
quarterback.
Rex Grossman is our quarterback.
Are casinos legal in Illinois? Like,
Yeah,
as a rule
Yeah.
now?
Yeah.
yeah.
So maybe they're gonna put a casino there.
I wouldn't be surprised. Off-track betting or
I
something.
mean, there was a track there.
That's what.
Why not?
That's what Ditka's, the one across the street from the courthouse, used to be. It used to be a
Off-track betting.
Yeah, OTB.
They used to do the horse
Yeah,
the horse races there.
OTB, yeah, you know me.
What the hell?
Sorry.
What just
Was that
happened?
Menudo?
I've been drinking.
I want to put a fucking
No, but I mean
ballista
like a
on my
proper,
car.
like a Las Vegas casino.
Well,
that's
yeah,
what
I
Rivers
mean,
is.
we got the one in Rosemont. We got the one in Aurora.
Well, the one
Oh,
in
yeah, I forgot about Aurora.
the one in
I forgot about
Aurora is
that.
changing locations.
Is it?
Well, it's
Yeah, it's going down by the Chicago Outlet Mall.
it's a boat, right? So they
Because
just
Rivers is there.
they just moving it.
Yeah.
No, they're not. No, they're building a building. They're not. They're not just picking the boat up and
They're just shifting. At least turn on the motors and move it down a couple
Why not?
blocks.
Why not? Yeah, if it's a boat.
That'd be
you know.
amazing.
Well, so wait a minute. Wasn't when they first opened those? Wasn't that the whole way that they got around that? Is because it was a boat and it wasn't
Yeah.
considered on land, so people would
Mhm.
board it and they would basically
Mhm.
move forward and backwards like a couple hundred feet, and then it's a floating casino.
Riverboat. Yeah,
Yeah,
that's why
now
they
we
call it
don't have to do
riverboat.
that anymore.
Yeah,
Mhm.
now they just fucking build them in hotels. Shit, dude, every street
Oh.
corner's got some fucking gaming cafe with,
Mhm.
shit all over it.
No, it's a Hollywood casino. Is what's moving.
Oh,
Is that what it is? Yeah.
Or
okay.
yeah. Not the boat. They're not. The boat is not being moved.
So they're gonna leave the casino there?
I don't know.
Hollywood Aurora, huh?
Yeah.
Nice. Gonna have to go there.
And then they can build the one where the racetrack was, and then we can have a long walkway between the two.
Sweet.
Like a
Gonna be one of
Like
mile
a
walkway.
gerbil trail that goes 100 miles like west.
Yeah,
No, it'll be a people mover like in O'Hare.
a people mover.
Oh, sweet.
Mhm.
We could get Elon's Boring Company to build a fucking tunnel underneath
Mhm.
and then just shuffle
And you get a
people
bullet
back and
train.
forth.
You get a bullet
Yes.
train. You're there in like 30 seconds.
Like the when you go to the bank and you get those little suction things that pull the people. Everybody sits in a little tube and gets
A
launched.
pneumatic tube.
Yeah. Whoosh.
You
I
laying
think that
down
would be
and
cool.
Woo.
Have a
And you
20
could-
mile,
You could charge for it, be like a fucking ride.
a 20-mile skyway.
Oh, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. Travel to the casinos and back.
that's the noise it makes when you leave, and then when you're arriving. That's what,
That's
so,
funny.
or you can do that when you're leaving.
That's
I feel like
hilarious.
I'm playing poker or something online with the clapping.
And then, isn't there one in Chicago proper? Like what?
There's the one in
Like that
Rosemont.
one's it's like a temporary location.
There's
that just
Rivers
opened.
Casino.
Rivers Casino in Rosemont.
It's probably Rivers. I'm thinking of. Like it just opened a month or so ago.
Oh no, I have no idea.
It was a
Rivers has been there for like
temporary.
10 years.
Hold on, I'm gonna look it up. But we can link that one too.
Oh, Bally's has got a casino.
Bally's, yeah.
Are we getting sponsored by him? Because then we can link it.
No, not. I mean, link the 3 casinos, not link to Rel8ables.
Oh, I was gonna say,
dude, no casino is gonna want to give us a sponsorship.
We're talking about them.
Everybody talks about casino.
Last time I was at the casino, I left. I was up. I made money. I spent like $200 and I made $200. So I left. I was like, all right, that's it. I'm done.
I got in trouble for counting cards at the blackjack table in Vegas, so I left.
Yeah, lucky they didn't take you out back and bust your hand open.
Okay, so I was there for work with my coworker, and it was like the middle of the fucking day on like a Wednesday. There's nobody in the casino, right?
Yeah.
And like if you've ever been in a casino, even Rivers does this. They change their table rates depending on the time and the amount of people in the place. So like if you go in an off hour, it's cheap. So it was like a $5 blackjack table. And there was like one person sitting there, and him and I sit down and we're playing, and they do this side bet thing where it's either you match colored suits, match the suit, 21, or I think it's same card, like a pair of twos, pair of whatever. And you just put a $5 bet on there, and it pays 4-1. So you could actually win more money on the side bet if you match the cards or whatever that side bet is versus actually playing the game. And in my defense, it was a 2-card fucking or a 2-deck table. So like we played a couple hands and I knew what the fuck they were playing. The guy had shuffled the deck, and like I just kept playing the side bet, and like I didn't care if I won because I was making money like crazy on the side bet. And the guy that was there is like, how do you keep winning? And I told him, I'm like, dude, just pay attention to the cards. Like, he's already played, half the cards and he hasn't shuffled the deck. And the dealer's like, you can't be doing that. And I'm like, well, maybe you should shuffle the deck. Like,
yeah, exactly.
And then he grabbed a new deck, and I'm like, I'm going to cash out. I took my chips to the left.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, fine. Like, dude, like, come on. Like, maybe if you actually like didn't, fuck around. It's not that hard to look at what cards are being played and just remember what's been played and like what's left. If you're telling me like, oh, I'm going to match the color or I'm going to match the suit, and I know you've already played all the red cards, well, shit, if everything back, if everything left is a black card and it's either a spade or a club, I'm going to fucking play the side bet.
Yeah, exactly.
And like the guy couldn't understand that. I'm like, well, whatever.
You probably shouldn't be gambling then.
No, I was like, well, whatever. So we took our money, we left. Went and cashed in and got a nice dinner.
Heck yeah. Oh, wait. Anybody on our chat? On our Rel8ables chat?
I was. I don't know if anybody else is.
No.
I'm not. I'm sorry. I wasn't.
No.
What's it called? I'm not monitoring the chat.
No, I've been looking at it. It's
we have 4 viewers.
4 whole viewers. Wow.
That's terrible.
So whoever's watching, thank you.
Oh, I mean, thank you.
Hopefully they didn't ask any questions because I don't have access. I don't have access to any of that. I didn't even think about that. I'm sorry. I would have had my what's it called? I would have had the Chromebook out.
So we've had 7 total views. That's weird. I
Ever
wonder
or today?
Like just today. I wonder if it's like, because we show up on someone's feed and they just happen to click on it, and then they're like, "Who the fuck are these guys?
Who's this idiot talking?"
Oh,
Who
I wanted to
gave
bring
these
up
guys a
that
platform?"
I don't think AI is real because there's no way all the typos that are allowed through chat to happen. There's just no way with
So
AI. Oh my god.
I
Oh, you want me to ask
Like
ChatGPT?
grammatical errors too. Like it
are you
allows
real?
words that
Yeah.
don't make sense in a sentence. It's just stupid.
So
I don't believe it.
I should pull up for you. I made myself. I probably was a fool for showing him this, but I made myself look like a fucking genius because I had a guy at work. He's like, "Oh, I need help with this PowerShell." I took his PowerShell. I went to ChatGPT and I'm like, we were trying to connect to something in Microsoft's cloud. And I'm like, if you've ever done it, you basically need like a key and an app ID. And I'm like, here's the app ID. Here's the key. Write me a PowerShell that will connect to this application and upload a file. And it spits this thing out. And I'm like, okay, because it was like, it gives you generic terms like for stuff that you don't specify. So then I said, okay, the source file is in this location. Rewrite the script, and it just fucking like rewrites it for me. And I'm like,
Yeah.
like I could see how people are saying like, it's great for shit like that because it in probably like 2-3 minutes we had a fully functioning like 40-50 line PowerShell script to do what we wanted that probably could have taken us like a couple hours or like a day to just figure it out by Googling and looking at code and trial and error. And it was like, once I got it, it was like, I just took the code, pasted it, ran it, had a couple things, and then like, maybe made a couple tweaks and it worked. And the problem was, is like you said, though, there was shit that like it completely did wrong. Like, I don't know where it gets like, I mean, I understand how AI works. It's fed a language model that, somebody grabbed from somewhere. And I think like the problem is, and Dan, you're being a programmer, it's garbage in, garbage out. It's only as good as what you're giving it. So the issue that they have, I think, is like there's that books 3 or book 3s, whatever it is. I linked to it before. Sarah Silverman is suing OpenAI because apparently her book that she published was in one of these language models that they fed to train ChatGPT. And like people are getting snippets of her book like without her consent, because then they figured out, they dove into it and they're like, oh yeah, it's part of this book 3, which is like a pirated language model that has like 200,000 books, like entire books in it. And they fed that into ChatGPT, and one of those books happened to be her book that she published. And I don't know how the hell she found out it was in there. Like maybe she was doing something or somebody caught it and was like, hey, this is like a snippet from your book. And she basically's taking them to court over it. And that's the problem, is they're like, well, it was in the language model file that we obtained and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, well, like you can go download it and run your own OpenAI type thing on your local computer and you could feed it whatever language model you want. But the responses are only going to be as good as that. Like that's the problem with it. It's not self-sustaining or self-aware that it learns. It's not learning at a geometric rate. It's not a neural net processor, a learning computer.
No, but I mean like just sending texts or chats. Like there's the universe of words.
Yeah.
And the grammatical patterns is finite. Like it should be able to, like, how am I still, like I use the swipe keyboard.
Yeah.
And the number of times I swipe letters and it picks a different word that doesn't make sense in the context, it drives me insane.
Yes, I hate it, but I like it.
Like,
I both hate it and like it.
How is it not?
But
I don't know.
But can
we get that right?
But swipe's been around for like decades. I mean, that was a thing like on Android phones 10, 15 years ago. And I think like that's in a sense a form of like AI, because it's interpreting the inputs and giving you the suggestions based on what you've used in the past. So like the more you use it and the more you correct it, the more it should recommend you that same word over and over for whatever pattern you use. I mean, that's
Well,
AI. That's basically AI.
That's what I would expect, but that's not happening.
Well, I think it's gotten stupider.
It's got stupider. And then for that books 3, they need to vet their sources. Like, how did
Yes.
Sarah's book get in there? That's kind of like those books that end up in the middle school library that books shouldn't read.
Yes.
The kids shouldn't read.
Yes. Books shouldn't read them either.
Books shouldn't read those either.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is like they said that the OpenAI was like, oh yeah, this is an open source repository, but then they're like, well, wait a minute, this is all pirated content. Like, who said this is okay? Yeah. I mean, that'd be exactly. Like a musician stealing another musician's song, a riff, and making a song out of it and making millions and going, well, no, I took it off the internet. I didn't know it was yours.
Right.
Yeah, it's messed up.
Yeah.
It's all Eric's fault, man.
Yeah, totally. It's because I don't know how to work my laptop.
He doesn't. Do you even technology, bro?
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, I'm also the same guy that's trying to figure out why my building automation system sucks. But that's a whole nother story.
Building automation system?
Bam, bam, bam.
BAMs.
Dude, I had the guy show up for my fire alarm thing this morning. So he emailed me like a couple weeks ago, and he's like, "Oh, I want to come in and do the check." So I'm like, "All right, 9:00 Friday morning's fine." He's like, "Okay." It was like 8:15. I get a call. I'm on the way to work, and he's like, "Oh, I'm here."
So did he set off the Ansel system?
He did not, but oh, we lost Dan.
Right.
Oh, he has to drop. I got you. Bye, Dan. He did not, but he set the alarms off. And I had to tell the maintenance guy, I'm like, you gotta, can you turn off the call to the fire department? Because I guess one time they did it. Nobody told them they were coming. The guy triggered the alarm. Fucking fire department and police showed up.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, well, yeah. Whatever. Like, it's your job. You're supposed to tell people what the hell you need. I don't know.
Yeah, usually when something like that happens, it's well, I'm the person, but if somebody was messing with the alarm, like the kitchen staff sometimes has people come in, they let me know and then I call.
Yeah.
So typically that would be whoever schedules him to come in to test the system. Well, that would be whoever called or whoever's responsible for that area.
So our building maintenance guy was on the email thread, and he replied, because he got the email first. He forwarded it to me, and he's like, "Hey, John, I think because this is in the data center, you've got."
Then that's his. Yeah, if he was on the email thread, that's on him.
Well, it didn't. Nobody got called today, but this happened before, and same thing. He always gets email first. And he forwards it to me, and he's like, "It's data center, that's your thing." And I'm like, "That's fine. I don't mind going in and doing it. All I got to do is let the guy in there, and he just looks at the panel, he flips a few switches, whatever." He had to replace some hoses on the main tank.
Hoses, sometimes a canister, yeah.
Yeah, he also checks our fire extinguishers. There's one in the room. There's 2 out in the hallway. And then he just goes around the building with the other guy. They check the alarms. Yeah. And it's like he's one and done. He comes in and does it all. And I guess like 2 years ago he did that, and like nobody's been in the office really since then. And he showed up, they let him in. I didn't even know he was coming. He did something, and the maintenance guy didn't call the fire department, and they fucking showed up with like 2 trucks and 3 cop cars. And
that happened once at the school before I got there. They didn't call the panel company for the panel.
Yeah. When I got there today, and I told the guy, because he showed up way before the time we agreed on, and I'm in the car, and I'm like, dude, I'm not even there yet. You're gonna have to wait. Go wait in the parking lot, I guess. I don't know what to tell you. And I showed up right around like 9:00, let him in. I met him. I called him. I'm like, hey, I'm here. I actually parked next to him in the parking lot, but I walked in and I called him from inside the building, and I'm like, hey, I'm here. And he's like, okay, I'll meet you inside. So I let him in. And then I went to the maintenance guy, and I'm like, hey, he's here to check the system. You got to turn off the panel. And he just called him right when we were standing there, and the lady picked up, and he's like, "Yeah, we're doing a test. We're doing maintenance. Can you just ignore any alarms?" And she's like, "Okay, I'll let him know." And then he called him back when we were done, and he's like, "Hey, we're okay. We're done now. You can, turn on your monitoring again." And she's like, "Okay, whatever. It's fine." I mean, it takes you like 2 minutes. Like, how the hell do you screw that up? But people do.
Oh yeah. All it is you call them, be like, "Hey, so and so, we're just gonna need the panel out for, 8 hours."
Now, I don't know the difference because this is really the first time I've kind of been involved in it, but it's not a halon system, but it does say like when it goes off, you don't want to be in the room because it draws
you don't want to
out.
be in the room anyway. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it draws out the oxygen, but it's like a powder, I guess, or some kind of thing. The last place I was at, the old building we were at in Des Plaines, we had some kind of foam, like it was like a foaming system. And the only reason I know that is because when we were moving out, somebody fucking set it off, and the room filled with foam. But like nothing was in there because we'd already moved out and cleared all our shit off. And so
the hospital, we used to have
to.
they were redoing some of the floors, so we would have to isolate. There's 8 floors, and they were working on like 6 and 7, so we would have to isolate, the 8th floor and the 5th floor. So we'd have 6 and 7 for them to work on.
Yep.
We'd have to drain that line. Holy shit! If you
the water,
smell.
the water. Oh yeah, that's what everyone says is the water or whatever the hell they put in there. It's just nasty.
It is the most.
Well, you
horrific
figure
thing.
it sits there and it's stagnant. So I guess it's basically
stagnant water in a pipe.
Yeah, just brackish water.
It
ain't filtered or anything by any means.
No, it's horrific. But we had a when I was at Stevenson, one of the maintenance guys, we were putting plows on the truck, and he's like, we're standing there. There's a couple of us standing there, and he's like, "All right, let me know when I pick up, when I'm close enough to." And
like a snowplow picking up. Okay.
Yeah, we're picking up the blade. So we're like, okay, stop. He just kept going.
Oh no!
Hit a fire extinguisher. Whoo! That was horrific.
Oh man, like an actual one of those ones on the wall, like that are like actual.
It was. I don't remember there being a smell, but holy shit, was that area just covered in crap, and it set the alarm off out there.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
Which luckily it was in the ground shed, so I mean it didn't trigger anything in the main school, but man, it was hysterical, to be honest with you. Sorry, Tom, but
I want to say the village out here did something where they were. Hold on a sec. Stupid cat, just climbing on the window. They were doing something in there, like one of their sheds out in the back, and a guy had like a forklift up, and he clipped one of the sprinkler heads. And basically like flooded the fuck head? Yeah, broke the head right off. And just and like the village posted this. Yeah, can you not hear me now? Hello, I hear you. Oh no, here we go.
All right,
I hear you.
Yours did or mine?
No, yours maybe.
I don't hear.
Oh no, we're losing him. Oh crap, people, sorry. Oh man, we might have to end this short. Well, 2 hours, so. I think his batteries only last like 2 hours. Uh-oh. Yeah, you locked up. Well, maybe we'll call it a night here then, if he doesn't come back.
If I'm still on. Anybody?
Oh, there he is. Hello. Oh no, there we go.
Are you there?
Hey, there he is.
What the hell just happened? I'm at a did you know screen, and I was just about to say I'm signing off.
Yeah, you just completely went like frozen.
Let it go. Let it go. Can't hold it back, can he? Sorry.
Had to open the blinds. The cat wants to look outside. Fuzzy little kitty.
Maybe Patty Melt won't answer this. Anna or Elsa?
Ooh, wait, which one was Anne?
Anna was her sister, the brunette. Elsa was the blonde, obviously.
Oh yeah. I don't know.
Think about that and get back to me next week.
How about
anybody watching? Let me know.
How about oh God, what's the
We'll be live next week. Oh man, look at that. Sorry everybody. I look kind of scraggly and disheveled over here.
Who was oh shit, hold on. Merida from Brave? The redhead?
Oh, the redhead.
Yeah.
All right. I was just curious. If you have an answer, let me know in the thing below.
There's probably a rule 42 for that somewhere on the internet. Rule
Probably.
34, maybe, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much. John, thank you. Dan, you dropped out earlier. Thank you.
Yep, definitely.
So,
thanks, everybody. If you're still watching or listening.
Yeah, check us out on our on the Facebooks. On Fireball Jones 2.0 on I think
there's a link in the video description to our link tree with all of our socials.
Fireball Jones 2.0 on Instagram. Give me a follow.
Nice.
We'll have some fun. So, all right, everybody. Thank you very much.
Yep. Later, guys.